Welcome to GSN. I'm your host, Rich, but still ugly. In today's news, a new sociological survey was conducted to determine the differences in behavior between generations. The survey was conducted via questionnaire and blood tests among the groups that were separated by the decade in which they were born. According to the results, a correlation among each target group was found between their behavior and the known compound that was found in their bloodstream. The details disclosed that erratic and irreparable behavior among the younger generation was more prevalent due to the lack of this compound, which experts have found was responsible for more mature and respectable behavior among the older survey groups. This compound, that was scientifically named common sense, was not very prominent in the younger group, showing a steady decline through each age range. Medical researchers have found that the body cannot produce enough common sense in one's juvenile state to invoke more disciplined behavior, which is why parents are needed to add to the supply. Apparently, common sense can be transmitted from parent to child through various forms of discipline, including stern tones and physical reinforcement. Experts say that the lack of action on behalf of today's modern parents is most likely the root cause for the increase in poor manners and bad ideas amongst today's youth. However, a recommended solution is yet to be developed. And now we go to our product salesman, Chris Tallmeth, for a special offer for all our viewers. Chris, what do you have for us today?
Well, Rich, today I have what I believe is a revolutionary product, okay? It's a toilet paper roll installation guide. This, again, was created by our friends over at Specialized Household Item Technologies and was designed to help alleviate the frustrations in the house by ensuring everybody can properly install their toilet paper rolls. So the way it works is the sign gets hung up next to the mount that holds your toilet paper roll for everybody to see. And that way everyone will be able to see it and install the next roll correctly, thereby creating less things to bicker about in the house. Hopefully this product has its intended use come to effect and makes everyone's house a lot more of a positive environment, right? So back to you, Rich.
Thank you, Chris. Great products as always. Well, we once again go to our foreign correspondent, Pete Innermouth, who is conducting an interview with President Biden over the allegations of his son, Hunter. We have to warn you, what you're about to see may be shocking. Let's watch. So, Mr. President, there's a lot of speculation in the news lately about the dealings your son Hunter had with Burisma and the Chinese government and your alleged involvement in it. Also, the charges that are being brought against him for the gun violation he incurred, for purchasing a gun while doing hard drugs. So, what is your take on all of this?
We have great confidence in our son. He is the smartest man I know.
So, you're not worried at all that this is being viewed as selective prosecution for your son as opposed to, say, the average American? Or that there's any link between you two with his business dealings?
I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothill.
So then you're denying you had any involvement with these deals, yes?
And I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared. They say we're not going to increase the debt that every president has done for the last 6 million years here. Never hadn't done anything but that.
I'm sorry, did you just admit to selling secrets to bad actors that want to harm this nation?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. And back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Mr. President, I'm not sure how that's relevant to the question that I asked you. What does this have to do with your son's business dealings overseas?
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Sir, if you can't answer the question or prove your innocence for that matter, how exactly is this going to help your campaign for 2024? If former President Trump is the Republican nominee, this could effectively hand him the presidency. Are you not worried about that?
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And the plot thickens. Perhaps we'll get to the bottom of this whole allegation story soon. And speaking of bottom, Marvel Comics has recently retconned a beloved character as gay, and furthermore, the sub of his future relationships. Spider-Man is now being written as a gay superhero embracing a new rainbow-colored costume. The storyline still adheres to the original source material, but with new additives that detail this new take on the character. When interviewed, the writers at Marvel Comics had this to say about the change, quote, "We felt that this change was waiting to come out since the character was first made. Spider-Man wrestles with and shoots his sticky white web fluid at other male characters more so than the female characters. Also, his name is Peter Parker, so he's obviously a bottom in any relationship. We just helped edify his decision to embrace his new lifestyle." Comics are expected to hit the shelves soon, and critics foresee Marvel to feel the Mulvaney effect like Bud Light and Target. And now we go to our daily jokester, Horace A. Dirty Word, to end our broadcast with a laugh. Your mother's like a hardware store, 10 cents for screws. Jeez, I really shouldn't be laughing at that. But anyway, well, that's all the time we have for today. Please join us again for more news at unspecified times. Good night, everyone.